My name is Seth Kweku Bani, and today I'm going to show you how to design this. Alright guys, so let's step into Photoshop and then let's create a new document. Now we are going to keep here 3000, also the height 3000, the resolution let's keep it at 72, and then pixels per inch, RGB because it's just for social media handles, and I'm going to set it to color black over here and click on create. Also, I would like to go to view and then new guide layout, and then take this one off. So click here, set the number to 2, click on OK, and then we are good. Now I would like to start with the text this time not started with the background. It's fasten. Let's go and look for Meta. Alright, so we are using Meta Serif Pro. Okay, now the font size, let's increase it to 413. Sweet, now we can see it clearly. Let's also decrease the tracking to 0. Awesome. Let's also click over here to make everything caps, and then let's change here to color white. Let's drag it to the middle. Great. Somewhere here. Duplicate it and bring it down. Drag it down like that. Something like this is great. And then let's pick Prius. Double click it and paste it there. Okay. Now I think this is awesome. Let's duplicate it and then let's drag this one here, and then this, and drag the end somewhere here. We are still using the same Meta Serif, but we are using book this time. And then the font size, let's decrease it to 276. Track still remains 0, still caps, and then white. And then let's drag it closer a little bit. Alright, now the prayers, I think the prayers we should reduce it a little bit. So the prayers, let's use 398. Okay, turn it up a little bit, drag it here, and then let's bring this closer in the middle of both. Now let's drag both this way. I think this is great. Sweet. So we are done with it. Let's type here and let's pick these details and then let's paste it there. Now we don't want it all to be bold and standing out like that. So what I'll do is that I will make this one quite smaller. I am going to use Montserrat Light so it looks quite lighter, and then the size, let's decrease it to 73. Also the tracking still remains at 0, and then let's take this one off. Okay, and then let's also make sure it falls in the middle. Let's zoom in to see it clearly. Alright, so perfect, it falls in the middle. Now remember, we are not using this. We just want it to fall between the middle of this and this. So that is what we are doing. So let's see. Maybe perhaps let's bring this one here to indicate that that's also the middle of that text, so you can see. Great. Of course, within the middle of that line as well. Awesome. Now let's change the color. Alright, so let's use a very grayish color to it. Let's just click somewhere here and just choose grayish color. I think this one works well for me. Also, let's bring in some few details up here. But before we do that, let's put this and this in a folder. Fasting prayers. Now let's go and pick our golden foil or golden texture, drag it in there. You don't want it to be too big, just reduce it like this. Enter, duplicate it. Alright, now Ctrl E to merge both, and then create clipping mask. So this way it's in there. This is sweet and this is nice. We like it this way. Let's type here and let's pick this detail, 28 days of. Let's paste it here. Now the 28 days of, we are going to use a different font. We're going to use Acumen Variable extra bold, extra condensed semi bold. Alright, so we're going to use this. And then let's use semi bold here. Let's see. Let's reduce it to 150. Let's see. 550. Okay. But I still feel like this is too bold. This is too much. It's too much. So let's see. Too much. Alright, so we're going to use extra condensed semi bold. I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to download this particular font. Let's go to the tracking. Let's set the tracking to 100. And then also make sure it falls within the middle of this particular line. Now zoom in and click on your rectangular tool and then create a very light rectangle here. Also make sure the rectangle falls within the middle of it. Drag it down as well. Now drag the rectangle beneath the 28. So you can see what we are doing. We are making sure that the 28 days falls within the middle of the rectangle. Is very important, guys. Falls within the middle of the rectangle. Both here, the size here is the same as the size here. The size here is the same as the size here. That way people will know you are a professional designer. Okay, so let's keep it like this. Let's drag this one here. Now let's keep the color of the rectangle white. And let's keep the color of the text black. Sweet. I feel like we should drag it up a little bit, just a little bit. Alright, now let's create a few details here as well. Let's pick 10 there, and then sweet. We are still using the same font, Acumen Variable, but then this time we are going to use medium. Okay, and then the font size, you're going to set it to 91. The tracking, we are going to set it to 0. And then let's see, I think that is it. Let's push it somewhere here. Duplicate it, bring it down, and then let's pick this, paste it there. You want to make sure this is off. Click over here, also make sure this is off. Okay, now zoom in, make sure that they align perfectly. Those T's are, aligned well. So I think this is good. Now pick your ellipse tool, hold shift, and then create something like this. Sweet. Now drag it down, go to the fill, set it off, go to the stroke, set it to color white, and then come here and choose the straight line like this, unbroken line. Come here as well, and then I want you to choose 10.84 for it. Great. Now zoom in again. You want to make sure everything is in the middle. That is the most important part about designing. Make sure everything is in the middle. So the text needs to be in the middle of the circle. Once you are done, duplicate the stroke and then bring it somewhere here. Also duplicate the 10 and then drag it somewhere here. Pick this detail, January, and type it in there. Drag it somewhere here. Now for the January, you're still using the same font, but then you're going to choose black. You're going to choose black. Where are you? Yeah, black, Ira. Jesus. Alright. So you're going to choose black. And then the font size, we are going to use 63. Also, the tracking remains 0. The color, we are going to change the color, but not now. I want you to go back to the ellipse. Click on U or go and click on your ellipse tool over here. The options are going to show. I want you to turn the stroke off. This time go to the fill, click on it, and let's choose this particular color, FAAB20. Click on OK, and then let's drag it this way a little bit. Let's try and see whether we can drag it beneath. Alright, so and then let's put the January in the middle of it. Let's see whether it's going to work. Sweet. It works. Let's enlarge this a little bit. Alright, let's bring this here. Now duplicate the January and then bring it down. And then let's change the text to 2022. Now let's change the color of both to black. Alright, the color of both to black, and let's see how it looks like. So this is how it looks like. Let's put everything in a folder, and then let's call it date. Let's put this also in a folder, and then let's call it theme as well. Great. Alright. This looks great. So far, this looks great. Now zoom in. There's a little discrepancies we need to fix. This one, give it a mask over here, and then go to brush, click on your brush, and then go and pick a hard round brush. Make sure caps lock is off. Now guys, if you want to know how to mask, go to my playlist, go and look for the shorts playlist, and then look for the video that has to do with masking. So we are going to click here, you're going to click here, you're going to mask it nicely like that. Awesome. I think it's too much. Let's click on the chin for the chin to disappear. Click here, and then let's drag this back in a little bit and bring the chin back. Let's hide it. I think this is great. Now let's pick January and 20. Let's drag it in a little bit. Now the next thing we are going to work on is the logo over here. Let's pick Kingdom Chapel and paste it there. Change the font color to color white, and then let's click here and let's use Cambria. Now I am trying to use just few fonts as possible, but this particular video I used a lot. So let's click here. Let's click on Cambria regular, and then the size, let's change it to 59. Also click here to to make it bolder. The font is white, and then let's see, everything is well placed. Duplicate it and bring it down. Then let's pick international. Now for the international, I want us to maintain it like that, but then the tracking, let's set the tracking to 260. Great. Alright, so something like this is good. Let's bring this one here like this. Let's go and pick our logo, drag it in there, and then resize it like that, and drag it up. Let's see how it's going to be like. Drag it like this, send it up like that. Drag it up like that. And so let's see how it looks like. Let's call it logo, but let's also make sure it's in the middle, falls in the middle nicely. Sweet. So we are done with it. Now let's try and then bring in some few images as well. So I'll start with this, drag it in there, and then let's see how it is. Now drag it down like that. Okay, turn it somewhere here. Let's see how it looks like. Turn it down a little bit. Let's rotate it just a little bit. Okay, so I think this is great, right? Let's see. Yeah, this is quite great. This is quite great. Okay, so now let's bring in the other details in there. Let's see. This is the part of the background. We are not yet done with the background though. BG. And so let's bring some text in here. So let's type this one and then paste it here. Open your character, and then we are using Franklin Gothic Heavy. Alright, so this one, and then we are going to set it to 114, and then the tracking to 140. Also over here, let's see, let's set here to 100, and then let's see how it looks like. Drag it there like that. There's more we are going to do with the background. I don't want you to miss that side. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. Let's take it from here. I don't want to add this bow to it. So we are done with this. Click over here and pick this color for it. Then duplicate it and then drag it down. Now I want us to pick Resurrection Temple and then paste it there like that. So Resurrection, we are going to use Franklin Gothic Medium, this one, and then we are going to set the font size to 61. Then the tracking, we are going to set it to 100. We are going to make it color white, and then you drag it a little bit on top. Let's close this one. I think this one is messing with it. Alright, so there it goes. Let's drag it down, and then let's pick this one off Ejayuonano Street and then paste it there. Now with this one, we are still going to use Franklin, but then it's going to be, oh boy. Alright, so book regular, and then we are going to set it to 39, and then the tracking we are going to set it to 170, and then that is it. Perhaps we'll click over here to make it a little bit like that, and then let's see. Let's pick our rectangular tool and let's draw a rectangle like that. Click here and let's set it to color white, and then make sure it falls in the middle, and then drag it up. Sweet. Also, let's pick this and paste it there, then drag it somewhere here. Now with this, we are going to use Acumin regular, and then you're going to keep the font size 20. Let's go back. The font size 21, and then the tracking, let's set the tracking to 1000. Sweet. And then that is it. I think let's increase it a little bit. We can't see it. Let's increase it to 30. Okay, now this looks great. And then let's see, make sure it's in the middle. Awesome. Double click it, select 2022, click here and choose the yellow color, and then that is it. Let's drag the logo up a little bit slightly, and then let's put this in a folder. Let's call it venue. I feel like there's something missing, and also there's more space over here, so I'll select everything including the background as well. All right, and then we'll move it this way. Let's just move it this way. Click here, go to solid color, let's select color black, and it's fixed. We just fixed it. So let's see, it looks good, but then the background looks too dark and too plain, so we are going to add one more magic touch to it. Let's pick this one and drag it in there, and then resize it. So we are resizing it until, you know, all these gets out of focus and out of the canvas. So something like this I'll say is good. I'm going to set it to linear light. Okay, and I'm going to mask it. Like I said earlier, I have a tutorial on masking. Go to my playlist and look for shots. Alright, so that one is gone. Let's duplicate it and let's bring it here. Now let's mask this side. Okay, open it and then let's drag the two of them into it as well. And then one more thing, click here and pick this and paste it there. Ctrl T, and then let's rotate clockwise. Now what we are going to do is you're going to use let's say Montserrat, and then we are going to set it to medium, and then let's increase the size to around 35. Let's go to 49. Okay, 49 is quite great. Let's bring our rules. Let's see, keep it in the middle, drag it this way. Let's click here, let's set it to, now remember the tracking is 1000, and then the font is font size is 49. We also made here bold as well. Okay, and then let's click here and let's go to gradient map, and then click here and then double click here and then choose black. Now click somewhere here, double click here and then select over here and choose 54331 click on OK, double click here, C08D4E, click on OK and then OK over here, and then click here and choose soft light. Now reduce the opacity to 63, enter. And then, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you create this nice fasting and prayers flyer. If you love this video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. I love you all, guys. Peace.